Imagine someone offered you free money. There's only one condition. You cannot spend it today. Would you take the deal? Every year, millions of Americans are offered exactly that. Some accept it immediately, others ignore it, and many do not even understand what they're turning down. The strange part is, this opportunity has been sitting inside paychecks for decades. It is called a 401k. Most people think it is just another retirement account. It is not. It is one of the biggest financial deals the government and employers have ever created. And if you do not understand how it works, you could be leaving thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars behind. So let's start with the real question. Why does a 401k even exist? The answer goes back many years. The government knew something simple. People were living longer. Traditional pensions were becoming less common, and millions of workers were not saving enough for retirement. So instead of forcing people to save, the government created an incentive. If you save for your future, we will reward you with tax advantages. That was the idea behind the modern 401k. Instead of paying income tax on part of your paycheck today, you can put that money into a retirement account first. The taxes come later, usually after you retire. At first, that might not sound exciting. But think about what it really means. If you normally earn $1,000, you would pay taxes first, then save whatever is left. With a traditional 401k, you save first. Taxes come later. That allows more of your money to start working immediately. Now imagine that happening every paycheck for 30 or even 40 years. Small differences become very large ones. But there is another reason many people love 401ks, the employer match. Imagine your company says, for every dollar you save, we will add 50 cents. Or maybe, we will match every dollar up to a certain amount. Think about that for a second. Where else can you legally receive an immediate 50% or even 100% return? Simply for saving money. You usually cannot. That is why many financial experts call the employer match free money. But here is the uncomfortable part. Millions of workers never contribute enough to receive the full match. Imagine someone offered you a $5,000 bonus, and you simply walked away. That is what many people unknowingly do every year. Now let's talk about what actually happens after the money enters the account. Many people believe the money just sits there. It does not. Usually, you choose investments, often mutual funds, index funds, or target date retirement funds. Those investments buy small pieces of hundreds, sometimes thousands, of companies. As those businesses grow, your investments may grow too, not every year. Markets go up, markets go down. Some years feel amazing, other years feel terrible. But history has shown something important. Over long periods, the stock market has generally grown despite recessions, wars, inflation, and financial crises. That does not guarantee future returns, but it explains why retirement investing is measured in decades, not months. Now here comes one of the biggest mistakes people make. They think opening a 401k is enough. It is not. Opening the account is only the first step. You still have to choose investments. Some people leave their money sitting in cash. Others never review their investment choices. Some stop contributing after getting one raise. Those small decisions can make a huge difference over 30 years. Then there are fees. A fee of 1% may not sound like much, but over decades, That small percentage can quietly reduce a large part of your total investment growth. The lesson is simple. Small costs become very large over time. The same is true for small contributions. Many people wait until they earn more money before they start investing. But time is often more valuable than the amount. A person who starts investing at 25, even with smaller contributions, can end up with more money than someone who waits until 45 and invests much more. That is the power of compounding. Your money earns returns, then those returns begin earning returns. Eventually, your investments start doing more work than your contributions. That is when the system becomes powerful. But there is another side to this story. A 401k is not perfect. You usually cannot freely spend the money before retirement without penalties and taxes. Investment choices inside some plans can be limited, and depending only on a 401k may not be enough for retirement. It is a tool, a very useful one, but still only one piece of a larger financial plan. Now zoom out. The real purpose of a 401k was never simply to help people invest. It was designed to change behavior. Instead of hoping people would save, the system made saving automatic. Money leaves your paycheck before you have a chance to spend it. That simple design has helped millions build retirement savings they might never have built on their own. Which brings us back to where we started. A 401k is not just another account. It is a long-term agreement. You agree to delay spending today in exchange for tax benefits, possible employer contributions, and decades of potential growth. Some people see that as giving up access to their money. Others see it as buying financial freedom years before they need it. And maybe that is the real question. When your future self looks back 30 years from now, will they thank you for understanding how a 401k works, or wonder why nobody ever explained it sooner?